Sagittarius, hi, how are you? If you're new here, my name is Jenny and welcome to my channel. I do the astrology transit highlights for each sign every week. This one is for Sagittarius, and this is going to be for September 1st through September 7th. I gotta slow down, but there's so much shit this week. It's insane. We have Uranus going retrograde. We have a full moon eclipse in Pisces. Eclipse season is officially going to be underway. And then we also have Mercury moving into Virgo. And then we have Saturn retrograding back into Pisces. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, leave a comment on how your week went last week, because I feel like we were just in preparation for this week. But let's just get into it, Sagittarius. So Monday, September 1st, Saturn will move into Pisces at 3 a.m. Now, we've already experienced Pisces for 2.5 years. We've experienced it like the last 2 years. Yeah, probably the last 2 years. You had a sneak peek of Pisces with you had a sneak peek of Saturn in Aries, and Saturn doesn't really do that well in Aries, so I'm actually excited for this Saturn retrograde in Pisces because it does much better in Pisces, in my opinion. And for you guys are really contemplating what home means to you and how you take assertion in your home, how you take authority in your home, as well as authority growing up, family ancestry, just being really disciplined in how you run a home. And I know you Sagittariuses are all about exploration and you are all about exploring and things like that. And I think that's absolutely amazing. But home, it's not really external, it's internal. Like, what does home feel like to you? Like, you're really home. So Saturn retrograding into Pisces is finishing up a home story. Some of you Sagittariuses could be moving. Some of you Sagittariuses could be buying a new home. I mean, it's all home and family, especially if you have family members that you don't want to be in contact with anymore. It could be adding new family members. Saturn is really, just think about what's happened over the past 2 years. Every Sagittarius is going to be different, but this energy, I think, it's not a negative. There's no negatives in astrology, but this energy is a positive for uplifting you guys and understanding and finishing a karmic cycle when it comes to the family and home life. So we also will have a Sagittarius moon on Monday, so you guys are going to be feeling pretty good all day. Sagittarius moons are your thing. It's your energy. You're very comfortable in that energy. And the Sagittarius moon is going to be making a trine to Mercury at 6:30 p.m., which I absolutely love for you guys because this is your sense of self, your growth, your expansion, and your beliefs being on the same page. So this is just really fun, loving energy transit for you guys around 6:30 p.m. on Monday. Now at 8:45 p.m., we will move into a Capricorn moon. Tuesday, September 2nd, we will wake up with a Capricorn moon. So Capricorn moon energy for you could really pull your emotional focus into buying things. Like, you might want to buy some things for yourself, so do it. It also is about an emotional focus on valuing yourself and money. There's that as well. But Mercury will move into Virgo at 9 a.m. And I absolutely love this for you because this is bringing your mental focus into your career and your public image. So plus Mercury does really well in Virgo. Like, Mercury and Virgo are besties, and we're just collectively going to feel really crispy and concise. So if you have been a Sagittarius that's been really confused about your career, this is going to clarify that for you. This transit, it's just going to feel nice with Mercury being in its home sign. Wednesday, September 3rd, we will wake up with a Capricorn moon, and we also have Mercury square Uranus at 2:40 a.m. Central Standard Time. I also always just use Central Standard Time, so change it to your time zone accordingly. But Mercury square Uranus, this could be really mentally straining at night, meaning that, not in a negative way where you're up thinking about negative thoughts, but you could have crazy dreams. It could be hard for you to sleep and settle your mind, so that's why meditation is so freaking important, and I know I preach about that all the time, but meditation literally saved my life. I had anxiety, depression, ADHD, and I mean, I still have a little ADHD. That's not going to go away. You know what I mean? But at the same time, this is really intense dreams. You can get downloads during these dreams in this time. Also, your subconscious could be really coming forward, especially when it comes to your relationships and when it comes to your career. So these are very important houses for you that denote to change and understanding where you're looking to change and grow in a way that's in alignment to you. Now, we also have Thursday, September 4th, we have an Aquarius moon, and the highlight transit of the day is the Aquarius moon making a conjunction to Pluto at 9 a.m. you guys are going on this 15, 16-year transformation with Aquarius and Pluto, and really understanding where you're putting the power outside of yourself when it comes to your mental space and when it comes to communication with others. We get an Aquarius moon once a month. So this Aquarius moon, your emotions is going to be making that conjunction to Pluto, which is the underworld, which is deep, deep, deep transformation and understanding yourself on a deeper level. So understanding your mental space and also understanding your communication on a deeper level. So whatever you feel every time an Aquarius moon, like, pay attention to 9 a.m. because this feeling is something that's looking to be healed. Pluto wants to show you where you're putting the power outside of yourself so you could take your power back, because you are the creator of your reality. Nobody else has power over you, including your mind. Your mind does not have power over you. And this is what you guys are really learning over the next years. Over the next years. It's a slow transformation. Pluto moves so fucking slow. Anyways, we also have today, we have Mars in Libra squaring Jupiter in Cancer. That's happening at 10 p.m. So this transit you could feel for 2 days because Mars stays in the same degree for 2 days. And yes, it's a square, which creates tension in order to create change, but there is Jupiter involved, and Jupiter is a benefic planet. So it brings this optimism to whatever it is trying to grow and show you, especially if it has to do with conflict, Mars, conflict, passion, drive, whatever it's showing you, whatever conflict arises, it's going to have a positive outlook on it, basically. Like, that's really what it is. And it might have to do with your hopes and dreams, your communities, and how much you want to be intimate with your friends. Like, there might be a little disagreement with friend groups, with partners, with money. Maybe something's not clear. You're not on the same page. But just know that this is going to be a 2-day type of transit. And Jupiter does bring blessings. So I'm not terribly worried about this transit, but just know that if somebody is trying to beef with you, I would ignore it. But if they're triggering you, then there's definitely something that needs to be healed within you. So Friday, September 5th, we have an Aquarius moon yet again, have Aquarius moon energy, which Aquarius moons, you guys are also just going to feel a lot more chatty and want to communicate during Aquarius moon, Sagittarius. But we have the Aquarius moon making a trine to Mars, which I absolutely love. This is your communication, your mental space, being on the same page as your ideas emotionally, your friend groups and your communities emotionally. Basically, you feeling like you can just be your authentic self and speak your mind, but in a way that's eloquent, especially with Mercury and Virgo. It's giving everybody this eloquent way of speaking and conversing with each other. That's just the collective energy. So I absolutely love that for you. Now, Uranus goes retrograde at 11:51 p.m. The day a planet can go retrograde, especially the planet of chaos, upheaval, breakthroughs, we can really feel anxious in our mind. You know, Uranus is a higher octave of Mercury, so it gets our mind going, which then can give us energy. So for you guys specifically, Sagittarius, this is in your 7th house of partnerships and relationships. So if you have anything going on in any partnership relationship in your life, whether that's business, romantic, platonic, family, friends, whatever it may be, if there's something going on there and you're looking for clarity, this is the day you can get it, and you can get those breakthroughs. Because this is what you guys are dealing with right now is Uranus. You're getting a sneak peek of Uranus in Gemini. Uranus is now going to go retrograde back into Taurus. You're going to finish up a story there. And then you're going to have Uranus in Gemini for like the next 7-8 years. It's going to be, you know, a lot of breakthroughs when it comes to relationships and a lot of switch ups, breakups, get-togethers. It's just random. Uranus is so random. The only predictable thing about Uranus is it's so freaking unpredictable. So it's like Sagittarius, if you are feeling anxious in the mind, just know that that's just anticipation. We can really feel that anticipation energy a day a planet goes retrograde. Move your body, shake your body, work out. Like, I literally just kind of like shake my body around if I'm feeling that anticipation, knowing this transit is happening this day. But this is also going to give you breakthroughs and clarity if you are able to meditate and clear your mind and not be over anxious in your mind and overthink. If you are overthinking like crazy, Sagittarius, on Friday, redirect your mind and your focus. Read a book, read an interesting article, whatever it is that makes your mind slow down, do that. Do it. It's going to be helpful, especially for epiphanies. Now, Saturday and Sunday, we are going into full eclipse, Pisces, total eclipse energy, okay? It's going to be all weekend. This eclipse is happening in your fourth house. And with this eclipse energy, just know that this is full moons. They show us something to let go of, or we can also harvest at this time. So you might be a Sagittarius buying a home and you get the news that you got the home. You might be a Sagittarius that is looking to leave home and you finally make that decision. And eclipses can last for about 3 to 6 months after. So it could be something like, you decide that you want to move, but you got to put your house on the market, or you got to find a new apartment and you don't find it for another 3 to 6 months. This eclipse is happening at 15 degrees. So if you have placements, Sagittarius, at 15 degrees in mutable signs, so that's Sagittarius, Gemini, Virgo, Pisces at 15 degrees, you are going to feel this more, especially if you are a Sagittarius with your 15-degree placement ascendant. You are going to feel this eclipse more on a personal level, a sense of self level. The fourth house having eclipses here, it's huge. It's very huge. It's making that square to the sense of self. So you could feel like, especially if you were a Sagittarius that's afraid of the unknown, and Pisces energy is all about going with the flow and all about being okay with the unknown. There might be some fears that you need to work out with that Sagittarius, with the unknown energy. I could totally see that coming up for some Sagittariuses. But just know, Sagittarius, this week is going to feel up and down. It really is with this energy. Now, it doesn't mean bad or good. It's not going to be like, oh, I feel bad. Oh, I feel good. It just might be like, oh, I have a burst of energy today. And then the next day you're tired because you did a lot the day before. It's really going to be about balancing the energy for you, Sagittarius, this week, and understanding that this eclipse is also taking place in a quiet house, in a internal house. So you might not see as much external with this eclipse. This could be more of an internal perception change that benefits you over the next 3 to 6 months, because that is eclipse energy. It is powerful energy. And, your other placements are going to matter as well. They really are. But just making sure that you're taking care of yourself and you're prioritizing your mental health and your physical health first during this, it's going to be very, very important with all of this energy here, okay? All right, energy card pull. Pick one or two. Take what resonates and leave the rest. Number ones. Oh my gosh, right away. I love how this card says balance, but I'm kind of looking at the picture here more. Let's see here. This is a really, really romantic type of energy here. Number ones. I mean, look at that. Just romantic. And then you see this with all the roses. I'm just going to put this in front of me for a second. You see this with all the roses here. Just very sensual energy. Now, I'm not feeling like it's all specifically another person, but I am feeling this self-love type of energy and ownership and sensuality of who you are. It could be another person that is interested in you, that finally tells you that they're interested in you, or you vice versa tell them. It could be this, but this is really big romantic energy. And I feel like that some of you, number ones, have this push and pull energy where you might feel like you want to run away from this romantic energy. And, this is where this full moon eclipse is really going to take place, because it is squaring off with the 7th house. But I feel like it's more Uranus and Gemini going retrograde. You're going to get a lot of epiphanies when it comes to your relationship. So if you don't know where you're going with relationships, number ones, just know that retrograde in Uranus can give you a lot of answers, a lot of answers if you can clear your mind, get rid of distractions, be in your own energy, turn that anxiousness into anticipation, and become okay with the unknown. A lot. All right, number twos. Wow. I'm getting reflection energy here. I feel like number twos, if you are feeling some way next week and you're feeling drained and up and down and you have a lot of stuff going on, go into your friend group and your communities. Like, you're not alone. Like, that's really the message here for number twos, is you're not alone. Like, it might feel that you're like hanging there by yourself, but you're really not alone. Like, there are people around you that love you so much and that are here for you. And next week, if you are feeling those ups and downs, don't forget that, like, you are part of a community, whatever that may be. Maybe you have one friend, maybe it's your husband or your wife, or like, but you share your burdens. Like, we're not here to do it all alone. So number twos next week, don't get caught up in your head thinking that you have to do everything, because you don't. People are there for you no matter what, okay? All right. Thank you so much, Sagittarius. I'll see you next week.